Welcome back to Pop Dissected. Today, we're going to be talking about Lady Gaga's second studio album, Born This Way. After the immense success of her debut album, The Fame, it was a big question on how newcomer Lady Gaga could top herself. The Fame largely centers around fame itself and her love for it, hoping to inspire those to feel as if they had said fame, despite who they are or where they come from. There was a general empowerment across this album. Known for her theatrical performances, self-described performance art, and helping revive electronic dance music for the general public, Gaga had set the bar pretty high for herself in just one era. So how is it possible Gaga was able to find even more success and leave another imprint on the music industry? Well, let's find out. But before we begin, it would be greatly appreciated if you gave this video a thumbs up and considered subscribing so you can get more future content on all your favorite pop stars. To start off, let's just talk about the sales and the album's commercial success. This may seem obvious, so we're going to keep it brief for this point. Born This Way debuted with a staggeringly impressive 1.1 million copies. Though critics pointed out many of these sales came from the discounted version on Amazon, the numbers still stand. Even though the sales weren't sustainable and resulted in a policy change for albums' pricing upon its first 4 weeks of release, the immense debut already began proving things for this era. Gaga became the 5th woman in history to sell over 1 million units of an album within its first week. This additionally made it the 8th best-selling digital album at the time. Even with the Amazon sales, 662,000 of these sales were from other purchases. So despite what some may say, Gaga was still coming in with an extremely strong album that people wanted to hear. That, as well as 3 top 10 singles before the album, also contributed to the hype and anticipation, especially the title track, which spent 6 weeks at number 1 on the Hot 100. Now that we have what could be classified as the obvious out of the way, the next thing to discuss when it comes to Born This Way is Lady Gaga's efforts to experiment with the genres on this album. Though generally classified as a dance pop album, there's more to unpack. The Fame predominantly orbited around electro and synth pop inspired by 80s sounds, but Born This Way would largely expand upon this, incorporating heavy metal, rock, disco, industrial sounds. The possibilities were endless on this album. While one can argue there isn't much sonic cohesion, this may have worked in favor for Gaga. Critics were quick to point this out too, some noting they felt the album was all over the place, becoming overwhelming and disjointed throughout the album's runtime. It's interesting how lukewarm Born This Way was received by some, despite it being a monumental moment in Gaga's career. Whether you agree or not on the aspect of cohesion and its importance, this sonic exploration showcased Gaga's willingness to try new things. She very easily could have replicated The Fame, or only expanded slightly upon it, though I honestly don't believe this would have ended well for her. This album let audiences know Gaga was able to conquer different sounds effectively. She wasn't going to pigeonhole herself into one type of genre, and she really hasn't throughout her entire career, even if she revisits similar genres at times. Most artists will gradually shift their sound with each album. Not Gaga. She strived to showcase to the whole world she can do it all in one album, even if these styles don't serve as companions to each other all the time. It's interesting to think how many people have the general consensus that Art Pop is Lady Gaga's album that showcases more experimentation and diversity, but Born This Way does it a lot more, I think. Aside from diversifying her sound and music, Gaga would go on to incorporate many important messages on the album, ranging from personal to political. Gaga has been no stranger to pushing the envelope, whether it be with her performances or speaking her mind, which she continues to do so. During the beginning of her career, Gaga did not hold back, and she came full force on this album with ideas she wanted others to hear. The track Americano details a same-sex relationship between two women, as a response to Proposition 8 in California, a law prohibiting same-sex marriage, and she also explored struggles those faced under the Arizona immigration laws. These are both important topics for discussion, and whether it's up for debate if this song went on to inspire monumental change, it certainly could have served as a means to facilitate conversation on these topics. The track Hair serves as an anthemic song about someone struggling with their identity and finding freedom in how they choose to express themselves physically. Gaga's inspiration for this song comes from her own issues of self-expression, in which she found her hair to be a way to find liberation when it came to those who tried to tell her how to look. Using the narrative of Marilyn Monroe's alleged affair with former President John F. Kennedy, Government Hooker has Gaga exploring female empowerment and the balance of sexual relationships. Many songs on this album serve a greater purpose, so let me know in the comments which ones are your favorites and what they mean to you. But before we continue, I'd love for you to join my community of channel members, where you can receive special perks, exclusive badges, emojis, early access to videos, and my Pop Dissected podcast. I post 2 podcasts every weekend that range in a variety of topics. I hope to see you join. Now, this should go without saying, but I think we must go on ahead and discuss the title track itself. This song won awards, broke records, and is a fan favorite. It is primarily known as an LGBTQ+ anthem, encouraging listeners to not be ashamed of their identity and to find pride in every facet of who they are. It's a beautifully crafted message that people still talk about to this day. Born This Way is a staple in pop music, and music in general, and I don't think this can ever be overstated. So this brings me to my closing point, the intention behind this album and why it resonated with so many people and with Lady Gaga herself. In short, this album served as an ode to her fans. She knew she wanted to approach the overarching concept of freedom, and it was her fans who inspired this. She revealed how she began receiving letters from fans after the release of The Fame and when she began touring. Stories about how her music saved their lives, how her music helped them find self-acceptance. Gaga decided to craft an album dedicated to so many different struggles that people endure throughout their lifetime, and we can see all these different ideas expressed across Born This Way. Gaga explained how fans relate to her as a human and as a non-human. Thus, with her intention in mind for this album, she was able to enter a brand new realm of relatability to her fans and the general public. Lady Gaga was able to make herself more accessible by sharing these stories on the album, letting listeners know she's just like them and they're not alone in their pain, because she hears them. She knows what it's like to be the weird girl or the odd one out. This era saw some of Gaga's most interesting and outlandish costumes and performances, furthering the idea that being unconventional doesn't matter because you can be capable of anything. Regardless if one may think Gaga was solely striving for attention, she was proving you can color outside the lines and go crazy, but still be able to achieve any dream you want in this world. Another point of interest is Gaga's costuming and her performances. She brought next level stuff, visuals, choreography, set pieces, and so much more. Going off of that, I can't not mention the Born This Way Ball, which had 98 shows and grossed $183.9 million. Unfortunately, the tour was cut short due to Gaga having issues with her hip. But despite that unfortunate incident happening, Gaga proved to so many people she was a performer. I mean, look at the stage. This is incredible. The tour had almost 1.7 million attendees, which is remarkable for her second album. It was also during this era that Lady Gaga founded the Born This Way Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that has partnered with numerous businesses and communities to work on promoting discussions on mental health for adolescents. If you're enjoying this video on Born This Way, you may enjoy these other videos that go into various albums and Lady Gaga's career. With this, Lady Gaga's Born This Way found its success through its monumental sales, as well as its high charting singles. Gaga's inclusion of many genres showed her daring to not shy away from experimentation and her capabilities as an artist. She included many anthemic tracks across the album, channeling her own experiences into them to uplift others. Additionally, she brought her performances and costuming to the next level. Her primary goal to inspire her fans so they feel less alone in this world, and starting her own foundation to help assist in this goal, Gaga redefined who she was as an artist and how people perceived her. Some say this is Lady Gaga at her peak. Others argue this era was just foreshadowing many other things she'd go on to achieve. What do you think of Lady Gaga's Born This Way? Is it truly an impactful album? Is it her magnum opus? Or is this album just another pop record that doesn't deserve the acclaim some give it? Let me know in the comments so we can talk about it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'd like to shout out my Hotshot Debut and Pop Icon Status channel members. Veli Oske, Carl Dillinson, Matthew Quigley, Gerard Lang, Daniel Barron, Jalen Heater, Tyler Salvetti, Nicole Sherman, Crystalline Gregory, Skyhawker, and Steven. Thank you all so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. I'd love to see others join my community of channel members. Once more, it would be greatly appreciated if you gave this video a thumbs up and considered subscribing so you can get more future content on all your favorite pop stars.